Greetings to everyone and welcome to this space where we will explore the fascinating universe of Taurus, revealing its biblical interpretation and the secret meaning of your date of birth. As a special incentive, by subscribing you could get personalized readings. You will only need to share your day and month of birth. Don't get ahead of yourself, because throughout this presentation, I will leave a unique message for you. I invite you to follow the presentation from beginning to end. In addition, I will share surprising information that will surely captivate you and help you better understand the peculiarities of this zodiac sign. Let's start with the fertile land and the heavenly bull and its link with Christ. In the sacred scriptures, the earth represents abundance and the manifestation of divine blessings. This image represents the solidity and constancy of faith, a firm foundation on which to build the kingdom of God. This is where the relationship between Jesus and Taurus becomes fascinating, as the symbol of Taurus is precisely the bull, which in ancient times represented divine strength and the ability to cultivate and nourish the earth to sustain life. Just as the earth is essential for sustenance, the message of Christ brings stability and spiritual abundance. This similarity suggests that people born under the sign of Taurus have a special calling to build solid foundations and nurture the growth of those around them, reflecting in their path the providing and constant nature of Jesus. Taurians tend to have a life perspective oriented towards patient construction and the cultivation of resources that benefit everyone. This zodiac sign stands out for its practical mentality and its desire to create lasting structures that benefit others. In a similar way to how Jesus built his church on solid rock, those born under Taurus find in construction and development a form of personal fulfillment, feeling peace when they can establish strong foundations. Solid foundations for the future. It is not just about accumulating, but about creating a material and spiritual foundation that allows life and collective well-being to flourish, being a true reflection of divine abundance. This mission to build and maintain is what makes Taurus a truly exceptional sign. In the same way that Jesus built his church with patience and determination, Taurians are often builders guided by a longing to create lasting structures that transcend the temporary. The number 2 represents more than just a number in astrology and numerology. It is a gateway to the material and the spiritual united in perfect harmony. Taurus, being the second sign of the zodiac, carries with it this special energy that drives to materialize the divine on earth. The number 2 symbolizes duality, balance, and the manifestation of the spiritual and the physical. For Taurians, this number suggests a natural inclination towards the creation of abundance and the ability to transform spiritual blessings into tangible realities. The energy of Taurus, as a sign ruled by Venus, manifests in its unique ability to build and preserve what is valuable, reminding us of the importance of building on solid foundations, as mentioned in the parable of the wise man who built his house on the rock. This deep connection to the material is not a simple attachment to the earthly, but a sacred understanding of how the divine manifests in the physical world. Taurians, as celestial guardians of abundance, understand that true wealth is not only measured in material possessions, but in the ability to create and maintain structures that benefit all. Their patient and persevering nature reflects the constancy of divine love, which is never rushed but is always present, nurturing and sustaining life. Like the earth that faithfully produces its fruits in every season, the birth of Taurus is a sign that is not only a sign of wealth, but a sign of peace. Taurus people maintain an unwavering dedication to their purposes and to those they love. In the scriptures, we find multiple references to the importance of patience and perseverance, virtues that Taurus naturally embodies. Like the farmer who patiently waits for the early and late rain, Taurus people know that all true development requires time and dedication. This ancient wisdom is reflected in their approach to life, where each action is rooted in a greater and more lasting purpose. Taurus' connection to material things also reminds us of the importance of being good stewards of the resources that God has entrusted to us. Just as in the parable of the talents, Taurus people have a special gift for bringing to fruition what has been entrusted to them, not out of greed, but out of a deep understanding of the sacred responsibility of multiplying the blessings received. Taurus energy teaches us that abundance is a natural state of the universe, reflecting the infinite generosity of the Creator. When a Taurus is in tune with their divine purpose, they become a channel for this abundance, creating spaces of safety and prosperity that benefit the entire community. Their ability to manifest the material serves as a testament to how the spiritual can take form in the physical world. In this sense, Taurus reminds us of the importance of the temple as a sacred place where the divine and the earthly meet. Just as Solomon built the temple with the most precious materials, Taurus understand that beauty and quality in the material can be expressions of spiritual devotion. Their appreciation for beauty and their ability to create harmonious spaces is not vanity, but a reflection of their understanding of how the divine manifests in the physical. The patience characteristic of Taurus also connects us to the virtue of perseverance in faith. Like Job, who maintained his integrity despite the trials, Taurus people possess an inner resilience that allows them to maintain their values and commitments even in difficult times. This steadfastness is not stubbornness, but a manifestation of their unwavering faith in the divine order and the importance of maintaining what is true and valuable. In the Garden of Eden, God placed humans to cultivate and guard the earth, a mission that resonates deeply with the Taurus nature. Those born under this sign have a special connection to this sacred responsibility of being guardians of natural abundance and builders of spaces where life can flourish. Their work is not just physical, but a form of prayer and action, where each act of cultivation and construction is a praise to the Creator. The energy of Taurus reminds us that we are called to be co-creators with the divine, actively participating in the manifestation of heavenly abundance on earth. When a Taurus fully embraces their purpose, they become a channel of blessing, transforming the ordinary into the extraordinary through their patient and dedicated touch. Just as the earth faithfully responds to the care of the farmer, the universe responds to the Taurians' constant and loving dedication. Their ability to maintain faith in times of scarcity and their unwavering commitment to growth and development makes them true living testimonies of how faith can move mountains, not through dramatic actions, but through patient constancy and loving dedication. This manifestation of the divine through the material reminds us that all things physical can be an expression of the sacred when approached with proper reverence and purpose. Taurians, at their best, teach us that true abundance is not just material, but a holistic manifestation of the divine blessing that flows through us when we align ourselves with our heavenly purpose. In conclusion, Taurus represents the sacred manifestation of the divine in the material, reminding us that every act of building, every moment of patient cultivation, and every expression of abundance can be a form of worship and service to the divine plan. Through their connection to the earth and their ability to manifest the spiritual in the physical, Taurians show us how we can be active channels of divine blessing in the material world. This unique ability of Taurians to be channels of divine blessing manifests in multiple ways in their daily lives. Like the ancient patriarchs who built altars to mark meeting places with the divine, those born under the sign of Taurus have the special gift of creating sacred spaces in the everyday. Their presence conveys a sense of solidity and security reminiscent of the unshakable foundations of faith. Taurus' connection to Venus, the planet of love and beauty, adds an additional dimension to their spiritual nature. Just as Solomon's temple combined structural solidity with sublime beauty, Taurus people have the ability to unite the practical with the beautiful, creating tangible manifestations of divine glory. This union of beauty and functionality is no coincidence, but a reflection of how the heavenly order manifests itself on earth. In the scriptures, we find numerous references to the importance of solid foundations and perseverance in faith. Taurus people embody these teachings naturally, understanding that true spiritual transformation takes time and consistent dedication. Their patient approach to life reflects the wisdom of Ecclesiastes, which reminds us that there is a time for everything under heaven. The provident nature of Taurus also reminds us of the abundance of manna in the desert. Just as God faithfully provided for his people, Taurus people have a special gift for ensuring that the needs of the world are met. Taurus's characteristic patience reminds us of James' words about the farmer who patiently awaits the precious harvest. This quality is not simple passivity, but an active form of faith that trusts in divine timing and the natural process of growth and development. Taurus intuitively understands that the most valuable things require time to mature and develop fully. In their role as stewards of resources, Taurus reflect the wisdom of the faithful steward mentioned in Jesus' parables. Their ability to manage and multiply resources is not greed, but an expression of sacred responsibility. They understand that all abundance comes from God and must be managed wisely and generously. Taurus' connection to the earth reminds us of our responsibility as guardians of creation. In Genesis, God entrusted humans with the care of the garden, a mission Taurus take very seriously. Their concern for sustainability and the care of natural resources is not simple environmentalism, but an expression of reverence for divine creation. The feminine aspect of Venus in Taurus also connects us to the nurturing nature of the divine. Like a mother who feeds and cares for her children, Taurus have a natural ability to nurture and sustain the growth of others. This quality resonates with the human mind and the environment. It reflects the motherly aspect of God, who cares and provides for all of his creatures. Taurus's characteristic resilience in the face of adversity reminds us of the perseverance of the saints. Like Paul, who kept his faith despite tribulations, Tauruses possess an inner strength that allows them to stay the course even in difficult times. This resilience is not stubbornness, but a manifestation of unwavering faith. At their best, Tauruses teach us about the importance of incarnation, how the spiritual can and should manifest in the material. Their ability to create beauty and abundance in the physical world is a testament to how the kingdom of heaven can manifest on earth. Through their patient and dedicated work, they show us how every act of creation and cultivation can be a form of prayer. Taurus wisdom reminds us that the spiritual path is not only upward, but also downward and inward, taking root deep into the earth like a sturdy tree. This understanding of embodied spirituality is especially relevant in our times, where many seek to ape the material rather than transform it. Taurians are masters in the art of conscious presence, reminding us of the importance of being fully present in each moment. Their ability to appreciate the simple pleasures of life and find the sacred in the everyday teaches us that the kingdom of heaven is truly among us, here and now. Through their connection to divine abundance, Taurians remind us that we are called to be co-creators with God. Their ability to manifest and multiply the gifts received is a testament to how divine grace can flow through us when we align ourselves with our sacred purpose. This alignment with sacred purpose manifests in the lives of Taurians in deeply meaningful ways. As builders of the kingdom of heaven, Taurians are called to be co-creators with God. Or heavenly on earth, they have the unique ability to transform the spaces and circumstances around them, turning the ordinary into the extraordinary through their patient and dedicated touch. Their very presence is like an anchor of stability in an increasingly chaotic world. Taurus people remind us of Jesus' words when he spoke of building on solid rock. Their stable and reliable nature creates a secure foundation upon which others can build their lives. This quality of being a rock for others is not a burden, but a divine gift that allows them to manifest God's unconditional love in tangible and practical ways. In the book of Ruth, we find a beautiful example of the faithfulness and constancy that characterizes Taurus people. Just as Ruth remained faithful to Naomi, declaring, "Your people will be my people, and your God will be my God," those born under this sign demonstrate unwavering loyalty to those they love. This faithfulness is not simple stubbornness, but a deep expression of spiritual commitment. Taurus' connection to the earth also reminds us of the parable of the sower. Taurus people are like that good soil that receives the seed and produces 100-fold fruit. Their ability to nurture and develop the latent potential in things and people is a divine gift that benefits the entire community. They intuitively understand that true growth requires patience, constant care, and the right conditions. In their role as stewards of divine abundance, Taurus people reflect the wisdom of King Solomon, who not only built the most magnificent temple, but also wisely administered the kingdom's resources. This ability to manage resources is not simply administrative skill, but an expression of deep spiritual understanding about the nature of divine abundance. The influence of Venus in Taurus also connects us to the Song of Songs, where physical beauty and the earthly love is elevated into expressions of the divine. Taurus intuitively understands that the material can be a vehicle for the spiritual, and that beauty in all its forms is a reflection of God's glory. Their appreciation for beauty and harmony is not superficial, but a form of worship. Like the patient ox that plows the land, Taurus understands the value of constant, dedicated work. This quality reminds us of Paul's words about working as if for the Lord. For them, every act of work can be a form of prayer, a way to participate in God's ongoing creative work in the world. The practical nature of Taurus also connects us to the wisdom of the book of Proverbs, which emphasizes the importance of diligence and good stewardship. Taurus understands that true prosperity is not just material, but a harmonious balance between the spiritual and the physical. Their ability to create abundance is a gift that, when used wisely, benefits the entire community. In times of crisis and change, Taurus remind us of the importance of maintaining faith in what is fundamental. Like Abraham, who believed against all hope, those born under this sign maintain their trust in divine promises even when circumstances seem adverse. Their faith is not blind, but rooted in a deep understanding of God's faithfulness. The Pat. Yin's characteristic of Taurus also connects us with the virtue of Christian hope. Like the farmer who awaits the time of the harvest, Taurus understands that God's timing does not always coincide with our immediate expectations. This patience is a form of wisdom that trusts in the divine process of growth and transformation. In its highest expression, Taurus are like the ancient patriarchs who built altars and wells, marking places of encounter with the divine. Their ability to create sacred spaces in the everyday is not limited to the S reminds us that every place can be a Bethel, a meeting point between heaven and earth. The Venusian aspect of Taurus also connects us to the contemplative dimension of faith. Like Mary, who chose the better part by sitting at the feet of Jesus, Taurus people have the ability to be fully present in the moment, appreciating the beauty and goodness around them. This contemplative quality is a special gift in a world that values speed and constant production. Their connection to the earth reminds us of our responsibility as guardians of creation. In a time of ecological crisis, Taurus people show us how we can live in harmony with nature, respecting natural rhythms and caring for the resources God has entrusted to us. Their concern for sustainability is an expression of reverence for God's creative work. In conclusion, Taurus people are true ministers of divine abundance, reminding us that every aspect of our lives can be an expression of the sacred when approached with the right intention. Their presence in the world is a living testimony of how the spiritual can manifest itself in the material, creating spaces of beauty, security, and growth for all.